Dear friends, unfortunately, as you see, I'm giving this greetings from my office, and I'm not there. But there are many reasons. This time I could not come, but I promised to come as soon as possible. But I have a few issues which I want to share you about this equal before the law project, especially and some general comments and experience I like to share with you. First, I want to start that I have a special place for Central Asia in my heart, and I have visited many places during last 12 years. So especially I have nice memories from last summer in Ismo Lake in Kyrgyzstan. But then it was warm and sunny. But coming to the main topic of today, I think this equal before the law is a very important approach. It's very important that we disabled people and our friends, that we are also looking the situation of disabled people not only as a social or medical problem or architectural problem, but we also look the situation and circumstances from the point of view of human rights. And human rights needs always a legal support, so that if somebody is violating somebody else's human rights, we need a system in our countries and also globally that if the human rights are violated, then there are legal procedures to make corrections. And the legal rights, legal possibilities of disabled people have been neglected so many years, and it's only in the beginning as an approach, even in the most developed countries. And at the moment we have a very good tool for this approach, because the United Nations have approved the UN Convention of Rights of Disabled People. We call it as CRPD convention. And in this convention, all the important issues, a variety from the whole life, have been determined, the rights of disabled people very specifically. In fact, it is said that this UN convention don't bring any new rights, or very limited number of the new rights, but it describes that existing global human rights, how they can be implemented specifically with disabled people. And so we can again and again come to the convention and look what it says about independent living, family affairs, education, work, accessibility, and so on and so on. And there's interpretation about the human rights on all these issues. So that's important that we really study this, we learn this by heart, so that we can use that with communication with each other. It's also very important that in this convention disability has been determined, so that we know what we are talking about, so that who have a disability and who has no disability. But we have to be careful that all problems that we are facing as disabled people, they are not human rights issues. They are also social issues, so that, and environmental issues. I mean that it depends how we treat each other, how we communicate with each other. Are we like accepting the differences we are having with each other? That's important. But as I said in the beginning, the legal and human rights approach is very important, and it's very new. I like to say especially to my disabled colleagues, that let's study this convention very carefully so that we can communicate with the politicians and with the civil servants. And I appeal to politicians and civil servants, please start improving the communication with the disability community, because disabled people, we can bring something new into our societies. We are not only burden, we are also a resource. If we can change our perspective, we are more resource than burden. And so many resources have been wasted because disabled people are not real partners in our communities. I believe very strongly in communication. I believe very strongly in cooperation. We as a disabled people, we are always minority, and we need friends, we need people who like to work with us, and we are ready for this communication in open mind and open heart. But it is important to remember that there are so many problems that need solutions, and we can solve one problem after another, and sometimes it's frustrating, but if we look a little further, we can make a really big change during coming 5, 10 or 20 years. But if we believe what we are doing, and if we are determined and cooperative, we can make the change. I hope you have a good meeting. Greetings from Kalle.